The hunger was a cold, sharp thing, far more painful than the fear that clutched at Emily's throat. At 17, Emily carried the weight of the world, or at least, the weight of keeping her 7-year-old brother, David, safe and fed. They were stranded near a major highway rest stop in Ohio, their old sedan having given up its final sputtering breath 3 days ago. David hadn't complained about the gnawing emptiness in his stomach, but his silence was a heavier accusation than any cry. Emily watched him now, tucked under a threadbare blanket near the community library's back wall. She knew what desperation required. The automated doors of Corner Market hissed open, a blast of warm, processed air hitting her face. The task was simple: grab the pre-packaged turkey and cheddar sandwich, it was nutrient-dense and portable, and run. Her heart hammered against her ribs, a frantic, loud drumbeat in the refrigerated aisle. She snatched the sandwich, tucking it inside her too-large jacket, and made a desperate dash for the exit. She was almost free, the promise of David's relief a powerful fuel, when a massive hand clamped down on her shoulder, firm and inescapable. "Stop right there." The voice was deep, steady, and devoid of judgment, belonging to Mark, the overnight security guard, a man whose weary eyes had seen too much of the world's quiet desperation. Emily froze, tears blurring the harsh fluorescent lights. The silence stretched until Mark gently steered her into a back storage room. He didn't yell, he just waited. Emily didn't deny it. The words tumbled out, not excuses, but the simple, brutal truth: "It's for my brother. He hasn't eaten in 2 days." Mark looked down at the sandwich in her hand, then at the girl, realizing the true nature of her desperation. If you believe true kindness always finds its way back, please tap the like button now and subscribe to support more stories like this. Mark stood there, the security uniform suddenly feeling heavy, the weight of duty battling the memory of a cold childhood night when he, too, had been hungry and alone. He wasn't a hero, he was just a former soldier working a minimum-wage job, haunted by his own forgotten past. He saw not a criminal, but a reflection. Slowly, deliberately, Mark reached into his wallet. He pulled out 2 20s, nearly half of what he had for the week. He pushed the money, not the sandwich, into Emily's trembling hand. He told her she was free to go, but added one critical instruction: the market owner, Mr. Patel, is a good man. When you're stable, you come back here and pay him for that sandwich. You don't owe me anything. This decision was a tremor, shaking the foundation of the safe, rigid life Mark had built to keep the ghosts away. Emily looked at the money, then at Mark. She didn't say thank you, words felt too small. She only nodded, the raw honesty of her gratitude shining in her eyes. Mark didn't stop there. He used his lunch break to make calls. He contacted the community center he used to volunteer at, explaining the situation without mentioning the theft, only the immediate need. By morning, Emily and David weren't just fed, they were connected with a temporary shelter and transportation to a safe place. They were given a second chance, not because they deserved pity, but because one weary man chose to see their humanity. Mark, for the first time in years, felt a purpose beyond clocking in and out. His own life, defined by loss, was suddenly filled by the simple, undeniable warmth of saving theirs. We'd love to hear your story. What is the most memorable act of unexpected kindness you have witnessed or received? Share it in the comments below. A stolen sandwich became the catalyst for a miracle. Mark never saw Emily or David again, but a year later, an envelope arrived at the corner market, addressed simply to the night guard. Inside was $4.99, plus $50 tucked around a small, folded note that read, "We're safe. We're warm. We paid the debt, and we're paying it forward. Thank you for choosing kindness." Mark smiled, knowing that his life had been shaken, not broken. It had been changed for the better. This is the power of one moment, one choice, to rewrite a destiny. If this story of unconditional kindness deeply touched your heart, please share this video with one person who needs a reminder that hope always wins.